Really?
Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, the Stormblood Warrior quests are so freaking Looney Tunes. It's like Hildebrandt without being Hildebrandt.
Well, Ladonia will get to find out in 2 or 3 years.
Something like that. Well, I hope you all had a wonderful day today. Thank you very much for joining us. We are off to Little Solus, actually. Hello, Foxfire.
Yes.
Shall we get a move on?
Yeah, no, just put that meal on her tab. She's giving me the look. Let's skip town before she asks about our credit.
We have credit?
Exactly.
Right! Skipping down! So,
you know things have been bad ever since Alphano bought all of those licenses for Adobe Cloud?
yes, there is that. So, we found out some really bad news today, and we're still kind of in shock over it, actually. We went to lunch at our favorite Americana place this afternoon, and we got there, and there were 4 walls and no roof.
No, the remnants of a roof.
It had actually burned down last Wednesday. Thankfully, no one was injured because the building was right before the employees got there to
like
start
4 a.m., so yeah, they would have been starting up soon.
So, thankfully, everyone is safe, but
But the best Americana restaurant in the area is gone.
Yeah, and that makes us really, really sad. Because we love that place. And we do hope it has a it like actually survived fairly intact over the dumpster fire that was 2020.
Yeah.
So we were hoping it would continue to do well, and then this. We don't know what's going to happen, whether they'll try and rebuild and reopen.
I'm sure they don't know yet.
Yeah, they're probably still in shock. But we'd been going to the place for decades, and it tells you something that we actually show up to the restaurant, and half the waitstaff comes over to say hi to us. We really hope they're okay, and they can at least have something to work on in the meantime. Knock on wood. Oh, please tell me you are not doing our upcoming thing as warrior.
No.
Okay. Hello,
but
Lieutenant.
I should get a little bit of XP from finishing this off, and I want that as warrior.
Ah.
I might still do it as black mage.
Your life.
12 rest my soul. Adonia of the Scions, I was told to expect you. I understand you go to treat with the primal Ramu himself. An unenviable task, but one for which I have no doubt you're well suited. Maybe not as this job. I have been told that your fellow Scions are conducting an investigation of the area as we speak, that we might ascertain the location where the Lord of Leven might be found. I would ask that you abide here until they return with their findings. Right. I've forgotten. Did I need either of these?
I'm currently at 130 for that. Iffy on the casting.
Let's see, this is what, casting and healing?
Yes.
Yeah. Excuse me, I'll be right back. Let's see. This is... What is this, the, bracelets?
Yes.
Yeah, 130... and 130. No, I don't need them.
I think I actually might need the casting. I'll go ahead and take it. And double check. And...
Money.
90 versus 110. Oh, the fate failed. Yeah, I think I need casting, considering that my rings...
Yeah.
I'm on the brand new ring and the weathered ring for casting.
Well, this isn't the ring.
Yes, but the bracelet I had like a 90, and this is a 110, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, your rings need work too. And we've kind of already gone past the rings in this go-around. Sorry. Just so you know... where did it go? Yeah, the last thing we'll be getting during this patch for new items will be headpieces. Anyway.
Leaving an impression. Dun, dun, dun.
The Serpent Lieutenant looks about, seemingly awaiting a visitor.
You mean us? Right?
No,
No?
we're already here.
Aw.
I was told that a messenger would be sent as soon as your fellow Scions finish their investigation. I do not imagine it will be much longer.
This one returns, and returns with good tidings. Wise ones have finished searching, and have wisely identified the precise location where the Touched One summoned Lord Ramu.
Your timing is impeccable, my fluttery friend. Might you be so kind as to escort these good women to her fellow Scions? Their fellow Scions.
It would be this one's pleasure, Walking One. Please, come this way. Please, come this one.
These ones.
These ones? This one? These ones? I'm going this way. Follow or not.
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations for Tabby for getting through Stormblood.
Yeah, okay. I saw the post about her hitting the bit from the cinematic.
I gotta remember, that's not my jump button anymore.
Oh dear. Oh, that's right.
I flipped it with
You
my
swapped
target.
things to keep from sending keys flying everywhere.
No, this is actually so that, for some reason, it's being a little touchy when I hit the target of target, so it flips and then immediately flips back. And I'm
Okay, so
seeing
you're
if
avoiding that part.
It works a little better, but it's still kind of touchy, so it's something in the system.
Yeah.
Hello, Maxio. Wise ones has ventured deep within the Sylphlands. These ones must proceed carefully and keep an eye out for the Touched Ones.
Thank you for that important news bulletin.
Don't want us to get lost. Being lost is a very bad thing.
Not to worry, Eorzea's been here before.
This one is most sorry, but this one can't go any farther. Draw too close to Lord of Ramu, and this one might turn mean and nasty like Touched Ones. And
We
so,
understand.
And so, this one must say farewell for now. Walking Ones will find Wise Ones not far from here, to the south. Go in safety, Walking Ones. You be safe too, Maxio.
Mm-hmm. We don't want you turning mean and nasty.
That would just be bad.
And just think. Once upon a time, we had to run through all of this.
Yeah, And it was painful.
Yeah, like that.
I say we just kill it and be done with it.
No. Since they like Ramu, surely they'll appreciate that lightning.
Hello,
Hey,
Nina.
Thancred.
Let's start with actually, let's start with Y'shtola and go around the circle.
Ow.
Don't ask. Suffice to say that we had something of a situation here.
Yes, we know. I remember that one.
Thancred?
I kind of miss that.
Yes, that was golden RPG moments. Which has now been removed. Sniff.
Yeah, they shortened the quests a bit, and in this section, you actually go in with the Scions originally to help investigate. And the Sylphs do a whole bunch of illusions of basically, you know, imitating various people, so we were all trying to figure out, okay, who's real, who's not. And just after you get everything more or less sorted out, Thancred comes up, who has missed all of this. And it's just, okay, is everyone okay? And Y'shtola is there, and something a bit inane after what we've been going through, and Y'shtola is just, well, this is either the real Thancred or a suitably realistic copy. Or something like that. It was a little nastier, basically saying, you know, if this isn't the real Thancred, he's so like the real one. We don't need the real one.
Yeah, it was pretty barbed.
Yeah, it was one of her best lines so far in the game, and I kind of mourn the fact that you don't get it anymore. So we'd be here half an hour going through that at least.
Yes,
It was a long stretch.
I can understand why they cut it. It's sad, but...
In fact, part of the reason that line was so funny is you understand just how exasperated Y'shtola is after going through all of that.
Yes.
Ah, there you are. It is you, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
It's also him.
Really?
Yeah, really. One of the reasons why I went ahead and got the line over with. I'm like, I need to move out of here before he...
As we kill half the population. Oh no, Pete's super poisoned! What did I tell you about mixing Drano and floor cleaner? Here we go. Yida? Apparently, Peeps has decided that Y'shtola needs to be Mother Hen. So, Thancred is Thancred, Papalemo is Papalemo, Y'shtola is Y'shtola, and you are you, right? Well, that's easy enough to remember. This one's name is Yida, in case Walking One is wondering. Joke! I'm joking!
And yeah, that's a direct reference to the section we were talking about.
Papalemo?
Boy, that has to make a whole lot less sense when you're skipping through that. I'm surprised they didn't change that a little bit. So, it's actually you. I am relieved. For a moment, I thought we were dealing with another one of those confounded self-tricksters. I swear, with them wreaking havoc with their skin-changing magics, it's a wonder I was able to finish taking my measurements. Yes, it was quite the ordeal. You should have seen the look on Y'shtola's face when the one impersonating you suddenly showed up.
Oh dear. That's quite enough, Papalemo.
My apologies. It's not like me to ramble so.
Really? Really? You're the talkative one.
At any rate, as I was saying, I have finished measuring etheric activity in the area, and am pleased to say I've reached an indisputable conclusion. To wit, that Ramu was called forth in the vicinity of the Sylph's Aetherite. Come, Ladunia, Rena, the Lord of Levin awaits.
No, 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 fly, fly, fly! We are going the right direction. Oh, there it is.
Yep.
We will have to take care of that. No, maybe not.
I've been thrown from the mount.
Oh, no!
I'm in the Hawthorne Hut.
Oh my gosh, you are!
It threw me to my home portal.
Meanwhile, I'm in cinematic.
Yes, yes you are. Where am I? Where was I going? Right.
I am so sorry. I did not think it would do that.
No.
Someone did not bug check this correctly.
Come on, Marshmallow.
So, if that's true, Foxfire, then why do we leaven our bread?
Different kind of leaven, different spelling. There we go. And yes, it is true.
I'm waiting for you to catch up with your Sunny.
Yep.
Zot.
There we go.
Zot!
Hey, if anything knows how to make a flashy entrance, it's a Spirit of Lightning.
Thou art the bringer of light, bane of Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, and Leviathan. I am Ramu,
Half man,
guardian
half
of the
beard, and another
children of
half
the
beard.
forest. Thou tramplest upon sacred soil, bringer of light. By what right doth man intrude in this sanctuary of the sylphs?
Like your training
Redanians
forts?
proffer peace? Their words are born of delusion, thine offer an insult. Thou speakest of harmony, yet carest naught for my children's desires. They did but wish to dwell beneath these boughs in solitude. Yet even that was too much to ask of man. Thus did they turn to me for succor. The sentence I pronounce upon thy kind is just. Redanian or Garlean, it matters not. The good intent of one excuseth not the misdeeds of the other. Thy conflicts have brought naught but anguish and misery unto the forest. All blame doth lie with the darkness that resideth in the breast of man. Whence sprung this calamitous seed? In the beginning no such duality existed. Were light and dark given form when man was born? It would explain much. Not least why strife and sorrow follow ever in thy wake. Thou canst not deny the urgings of thine own nature. Knowing that thy mere presence here portendeth tragedy, Wilt thou persist in this pretense of peacemaking? Thou bearest the crystal which I bestowed upon my wayward charges, that they should entrust so precious a gift to thee. Thou standest apart from thy kin. Thou art the bringer of light, aye. But there is something more in thee. Very well. I shall consider thy proposal, shouldst thou survive my trial. If thou wouldst champion the cause of harmony, I must have proof that thou art fit to play the role. Wither mine ire, and prove to me thereby that thou hast strength enough to stay the darkness which threateneth to consume thee. Yet if thou shouldst be found wanting, know that all men shall perish in the storm of my judgment. Come to me, bringer of light. I shall await thee on the field of battle.
Eorzea, it is rare indeed to find you so far from a tome.
The Lord of Levin himself. Never till this day had I looked upon his visage, save in painted renderings made faint by time. Ever shall this scene remain etched in my mind's eye. Beg pardon, my lady. I must beg thine aid on a point of research. If thou art resolved to face Lord Ramuh, I would ask thy leave to observe the event.
If you think you can do it safely. Woohoo! Hello, Akti! There's a Violet Screech here who's ignoring us because she's too focused on the entrance.
Foxfire, that's awful.
Checking with our friend Tsukige, who's decided that he wants to come along. See if he's awake.
Awake would be good.
Woohoo!
Here we go.
Let us get this queue rolling.
One. Really? He's tanking this?
Yes, he is.
Okay. Well, less than 5 minutes. One of each available? I would hope so.
You were saying.
Less than 5 minutes. 1, 2, 2.
This
Maybe.
black mage will probably thank us.
I'm the black mage.
Oh, this other black mage.
Ah. If people would declare they're ready. Okay. Come on, red candy-like buttons. Boy, how many people did we catch in the bathroom anyway?
2 of them, apparently.
Well, 3, since one of the tanks took a while. There
There we go.
Usually the second time around does that, though. Of course, we've seen it like 3 or 4 times in a row.
The ones that are really painful is it pops.
I like this piece.
One person doesn't click. It goes away, and it doesn't come back.
Oh yeah.
And you watch a full raid suddenly go down to just you in the counter.
Yep.
That makes me cry every time.
I really like this theme.
Yeah. Sucked.
No, I'm the only black mage.
Let's see if I remember how to do this fight. Remember, we need to kill the ads fast. No, where are you going with that?
Oh.
Okay, we're good. We're good. All good. Adds up.
Pigeons. Hello. Okay, I was terrored.
Yes. And the only way out of terror is for someone else to bring a lightning bomb to you.
Okay.
We're looking good, actually. If you get a tether, either you or the other person must run around and grab like 2 to 3 orbs to break it, but only one of you.
Okay.
There's the tether.
Not
Oh
on
god,
me.
it's tethered to the... It's tethered to the main tank!
Well, then the other person had better do it. Ads.
I don't think the other person knows what to do. I think they got the picture. Yay. I'm kind of a busy healing here, so.
This guy isn't going down very fast. Okay. Any others up?
No, I think we're good.
Now I'm covered.
Yep. That's
Nope.
one. Okay. Yeah, that actually went really nicely.
I remember it being a lot worse. Of course, I might be thinking of trying the extreme for book gathering.
I think you're thinking of the extreme.
Okay. Sure, I'll accommodate.
I got a calm. Oh, nice.
Oh, very good.
Senpai noticed me.
I have taken thy measure, bringer of light. And I judge thee a worthy champion. The task of excising the sin that hath taken root in man's heart is thine. Shrink not from employing thy strength in service to the forest and the wider realm beyond. Like hungering shadows do the enemies of harmony gather, and meekness will but feed them. If man is to be delivered from the dark, it shall be by thy guiding light alone. Stray not from the path, for if thou dost, thy people shall be truly lost.
Worse than that, we'd have a broken time loop, but we won't go into that right
Thou
now.
hast slain the Lord of Levin. A regrettable act, but a necessary one. In witnessing thy struggle, a truth hath been revealed unto me. If I mistake not, it may yet prove a chink in the eternal armor of the Ascians. But let us conclude our present business. I shall expound upon my findings at the Rising Stones anon.
Oh boy, story time with Eorzea! I'm sure Tharian would be sad he missed this.
I'm pretty sure he didn't. Okay.
Yeah, okay, that flying works. I'm so not used to my news. Oh, that's a wall. Hello, wall. Nice to meet you.
And now just a few more quests to go.
Hello, Mr. Serpent Lieutenant. We kind of defeated the Lord of Levin.
Adonia, Rena, you have returned. Dare I ask how Ramu received your visit?
With shock and awe.
Yeah. He challenged you to a test of arms? As well then that you have some experience in such matters. Peoples of both Gridania and Little Solus will be relieved to hear that the Lord of Levin has accepted you as the first champion of peace. You have performed a monumental duty this day. The Elder Seedseer must be informed of your deeds at once. What little gods are made of. The Servant Lieutenant is ready to send you on your way.
Oh yeah, we get it. The next set of quests is going to be one giant info dump.
Yeah. The Elder Seedseer will wish to hear of your experiences firsthand. Pray return to Gridania and make directly for the Lotus Stand. The conjurer at Nofika's altar will be expecting you. Fare you well. Yeah.
So off to Gridania we go.
Gather what little questing XP I can on this class.
Of course, we have Suki here. We can just run something. Though we are actually
no.
slightly over level for what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, the idea is to get as much of a running start on all the classes before we actually hit Heaven's Word. Because it looks like the XP gain, even with all the side quests and such, in an expansion is about enough for maybe 2 classes. And since we're doing like 4, getting a running head start will help.
Yeah, well, I actually have 5, though I'm thinking about dropping Ninja, even though I like Ninja. For some reason, Rena says that she likes punching things more. Go fig?
Yeah, well. But they're both melee DPS, so yeah, you only really need 1. And neither of us is doing ranged DPS yet.
Yeah, that will change.
Yes, which is why it's 4. Yes, Foxfire, I remember that one. I don't think it was Endless Barrel, but I don't remember what he did say.
Welcome back, Honored Scion. We who know of your mission have been most anxious to see your return. The Elder Seedsir awaits you within. One
Yeah,
thing's for
sorry
certain,
for the week delay.
with Rena, I most certainly will never have her go Sage. She doesn't have the brain cells for it.
No.
Probably not Scholar either.
No.
Oh, we've got quite the little group here.
Mm-hmm. Start with Thinkred?
Might want to start with your Stola, then Thancred, and then go around.
Okay.
'Twould seem that Ida's appraisal of the situation held some merit after all. Mayhap I should not be so swift to discount her intuition.
Thinkred? This is Thinkred. And after all we went through, I need to assert that.
This is the real Thancred, right?
I'll never tell.
No, that's when you announce, MONSTER!
Oh, yes. Okay. I'm sorry I missed that.
Wow, I gave you the perfect lead-up line and
Yes,
everything!
you did!
Fail!
I fancy my presence was more help than hindrance during our troubles with with Leviathan. But this time around, well, even I have my off days.
Papalemo?
Ah, the hero of the hour. Let us not keep the Elder Seedsir waiting.
You should have seen Maxio when we got back to Little Solus. Grateful is an understatement. I thought he was going to shake Papalemo's hand off.
And Kan Isena.
You are returned to us, dear friend, and none the worse for bearing the heavy burden which I did press upon you. Most glad am I of this. I am informed that your efforts to negotiate a peace with Lord Ramu ended in conflict. Pray tell me, what befell? Ramu made trial of you? I fear there is truth to his claim. It is the darkness within us that attracts the darkness without. It cannot be denied that misfortune follows man. For evidence, one need only look to the conflict brewing in Cartano, or to the rising flood of refugees. Our shared struggle against the Empire should have served to seal our union. Yet the ties which bind the Alliance strain under the weight of gross self-interest. As the scars of the calamity begin to fade, so too does our sense of common purpose. Yet now is scarce the time to forget our shared responsibility. If this new-sprung realm is to survive beyond its infancy, it must needs be nurtured by all. Eorzea must be as one. Yet I fear that dream is still far off. On behalf of the people of Gridania and the elementals both, I thank you for all that you and your fellow scions have done. Full oft have I been compelled to look to you for aid of late, and offered all too little in return. As leader of this nation, I shall endeavor to prove a more worthy ally to your cause henceforth. Lord Ramu has departed, yet the keening of this ill wind grows no less insistent. Voices of the forest, pray speak and I shall listen. What unseen evil begets this unease in my heart?
Okay. And tossed back out on our ears. And those are some ears.
Okay, that's the same as before.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. Huh.
Yep.
Thus ends another daunting mission. Eh, Ladonia? Rena? I'd hoped Lord Ramu could be persuaded with words alone, but nonetheless, I can only admire the adroitness with which you responded to the primal sudden challenge. And it seems that Urianger, too, was pleased with the outcome. What say you? Shall we gather back at the Rising Stones and ponder the lessons of the day?
I think that's an excellent idea. Double checking.
I am sure that Minfilia will be eager to hear more of your adventures. Let us return to the Rising Stones and put our thoughts in order.
Same as before.
Yeah.
Pray return to the Rising Stones.
Oh, yes. I've been reading Elgunish Shive for some years now. Couldn't tell you exactly when. And I have no idea where the creator would be. There we go.
Fly, Ursa, fly!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're getting close to the end of the patch conclusion, aren't we?
Getting there, there's like another 5 quests after this.
Yeah, and I believe they're all data dump.
Probably. Naperville, Illinois. Huh. Born in Illinois, haven't really been there since I was like 1.
Yeah, you have no memory of this place.
No. Yeah, I think I've heard the name a time or two. And of course, my dad was from the Midwest.
Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, pardon me. Chocobo coming through. Sorry you got dumped from the... That was mean of them.
Yes.
Well, you didn't let me land. Ooh, I think people have,
Yeah.
moved around. Hello, Hosen. How you doing?
No, that's what he was saying before.
Okay.
I remember that.
Muhammad.
Now, they did change around
that is
on
sick.
us recently, and I think this is where they were after the last time they changed,
Okay.
which was like just last week or so.
So it looks like, yeah, they're the same through at the moment.
That's right. 2 weeks ago, because of course, emergency maintenance last week.
Yes.
Wow. That was
Okay.
special.
Going into the solar.
Yep.
Well, considering they were apparently changing out physical hardware
Yes!
to help facilitate the new data center travel. Hello, Medphilia. Sorry we missed you last week. Welcome back, Rena, Ladonia. Words of your monumentalist encounter with Lord Ramu precede you. Would I fain share news of my own, but Uriange's discovery must take priority. Upon witnessing your defeat of the Lord of Levin, our learned companion was struck by a profound insight regarding the nature of the Ascian's immortality. Let us assemble and discuss his observations together. Oh dear.
And here comes one of the first, most important info dumps.
Yes.
One I've been wanting to hit because I've been wanting to see this info dump again.
Now, I think some of their info dumps have changed slightly.
If everyone is ready, let us begin. Eorzea, the floor is yours.
As all here assembled now know, in its final hours as our Order's headquarters, the Waking Sands did play host to a most unexpected visitor. I speak of the Ascian clad in white, Elidibus. Unwelcome though his presence was, his words that day did serve to confirm a truth long suspected, that the Ascians are eternal beings, to whom physical destruction is as a temporary inconvenience.
In the intervening time, Eorzea and I have striven to discover a means by which the Ascians might more permanently be slain.
And 'tis my belief that we have found the thread that will allow us to unravel the twisted skein of their existence. In the moments prior to Leviathan's most recent manifestation, the Sahagin elder who summoned him was observed to undergo some manner of ascension. The etheric readings taken by Y'ashtola at the time of this transfiguration have proven most enlightening.
The disruption to the flow of ether was sudden and dramatic. So tangible was the agitation, I scarce had need of my goggles.
The significance of Y'ashtola's readings might better be understood in the context of mine own, taken at the instant of the Lord of Levin's demise. Unlike the Primal, the Sahagin was not subject to etheric dissipation.
Before discussing our new discoveries, it may benefit us all to recall what we know of etheric behavior. Let us begin at what some might call the end. When we who dwell in the material realm die, our spirits dissolve into the flow of ether and are returned to the ethereal realm. In turn, the restless energy which suffuses that plane streams back into our world, giving rise to new life.
'Tis as the heavens did decree, the way of all mortal souls. Twixt this world and the next do the ethereal currents swirl, bearing the very essence of life. Thus doth the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth continue unabated.
Primals behave somewhat differently. In order to manifest and then maintain a physical presence in this realm, they must consume vast quantities of ether, most often in the form of crystals. Though they may seem to live, their flesh is but ether given shape. Thus, a defeated primal leaves behind no broken corpse. Rather, the essence of its form seeps back into the land whence it came, and the energy of its shattered spirit is called back to the ethereal realm.
And there it waiteth, till next the prayers of the faithful do draw it forth from the sea of ether, to take their offering of crystals and make for itself a new body.
Which brings us on to the third group, the so-called immortals. They exist in a manner all their own.
Quite. Even as the Sahagin elder fell to the Admiral's musket shot, I witnessed the release of an ethereal cloud, which immediately took possession of a nearby minion.
A soul that dissipateth not upon the death of the flesh.
The secret of life everlasting, and in the claws of a Sahagin no less. But I wonder, what would happen to one of these obstinate spirits should there be no suitable host for it to claim?
If mortal death entails a return to the ethereal realm, it seems doubtful that the soul of an immortal would venture there.
Nay, it merely withdraweth the distance, unto the shore of the ethereal sea, perchance, but no further.
Yes, it exists in neither this realm nor the next, abiding instead in the space that lies between them. The Ascians took control of Thancred by means of a crystal of darkness, an artifact which, if our theories are correct, serves as a gateway to the place I have just described.
I was hoping people had forgotten about that.
I am sorry, my friend.
For a mercy, the weary road of our research hath brought us unto an answer.
The Sahagin ascended to an immortal state, but he did not possess a crystal of darkness through which to flee this realm. Thus was he consumed by Leviathan. If we could entrap the spirits of defeated Ascians in like manner, and thereby deny them resurrection...
Therein lieth the path to victory. Thou art most perceptive, my lady. Only when we have trapped the bodiless soul within an ethereal prison can we hope to defeat its unnatural constancy. Thus might even an eternal paragon be consigned to oblivion.
These feats are, of course, far easier said than done. At present, we lack a viable means to entrap and extinguish an Ascian soul. Yet, I believe it to be possible. The pieces of the puzzle lie before us. We have but to put them together.
I will depart at once to convene with the sages of Sharlayan. Together shall we divine the steps by which our goals may be achieved.
I have the utmost faith in you, Archon.
Beg pardon, antecedent, but I would raise one final matter. Even now, a Sharlayan survey party seeketh to ascertain the fate of the students of Baldessian. Their findings shall soon be known to us. Though you harbor feelings of dread, I bid you surrender not to sorrow, but abide instead in hopeful prayer.
I shall, Archon. Thank you.
And now we lose voice acting.
Probably because they didn't have these cast at this point.
Yeah.
The Lord of the
And all of that previous bit has to be unchanged.
Yeah,
Because it's all the old voice actors.
Mhm.
And that's the part I wanted to see.
Yeah. And of course, Ingarman is actually, we learned later on, is actually female. Kind of. As much as a
I'm
soul
glad you
can
can
be.
remember this.
The Lord of Levin is returned to the Aether, as was Leviathan before him.
Ramu's acquiescence was most intriguing. Inferno, Vortex, Crag, Whirl, and Levin all have now been humbled by the Bringer of Light.
The limitless potential of man, Eidolon's servant grows mightier by the day.
Yet she prospers at great cost to her mistress, whose strength is all too finite. 7 times have the masses survived the rejoining, but their souls are grown weak and wan. Yet even as it innervates, the ardor empowers our master. All that remains is to nurture the strength of the gifted, to forge the final key. And that is the task to which we bend our every effort. Divine seeds were ever wont to quicken in Eorzea's fertile soil. We need only lead men to the field, and by their eager hands shall a new deity arise. That which was shattered shall be made anew. The one true God shall come again. That was supposed to be Zodiark. That's not what he looks like.
Yeah, but that's his symbol that you see at other places, mostly in Amarut.
Huh.
Yeah.
Can't say I remember seeing that before.
Oh yeah, they were all over Amarut. Particularly the Academia Igniter.
Okay. So that's kind of odd since that should still all be prior to Zodiark.
Well, also keep in mind, this is Emmett Selk's creation of Amarut.
There is that. Guardian of Eorzea. Amphilia has some correspondence she wishes to share with you.
Now the matter of Ramu has, for the present, been put to rest. There's something I would share with you, Rena, Ladokia. This is a letter of thanks, signed by the leaders of the Eorzean Alliance, acknowledging the Scion's tireless service to the realm. It mentions, in particular, the names of all the defeated primals: Efreet, Titan, Garuda, Good King Moggle Mog the 12th, Leviathan, and now Ramu. Needless to say, there's only one among our number that has faced them all. And through these
Two,
words of...
actually.
Well, yes, two. And though these words of gratitude were addressed to our order as a whole, I feel that they were meant for you two above all the others. I, too, must offer my heartfelt thanks for all that you have done. In the course of your duties, you two have never once failed to answer my call to arms. You are true heroes, Rena, Ladonia, and Eorzea is much safer for your presence. Pray do not misunderstand me. I said safer, not safe. I know all too well that we can ill afford to lower our guard. The Ascians may have riled upon to sow chaos in this realm until such time as they are forced to stop. Why, even without their encouragement, you may be assured that man would foment strife on his own. And that is to say nothing of the beast tribes. Unless we learn to live in harmony, the primals, too, will return to plague us again and again and again. And yet, despite all this, your deeds serve to inspire the people, to give them hope for a better tomorrow, and there is no greater gift. That we have the courage to strive for what others might seem an impossible peace, we owe in no small part to the dangers that you have faced on our behalf, and the people you have won over to our cause in doing so. Our list of enemies has ever been long, but think of the allies with whom we are now blessed. Of the sylphs of Little Solace, who wish not of conflict. Of Eorzea, who strives to unearth the terrible secrets of the calamity. And then there is Sid and the Fellowship of Noah, racing to unlock the mysteries of ancient Allied that we might be spared the horrors of yet another Ultima weapon. Of course, when speaking of our greater allies, we must not forget those close to us, by which means our fellow Scions. Thanks to their many and varied talents, our order is uniquely equipped to combat the far-reaching corruption of the Ascians, and combat it we shall.
Your enthusiasm is truly heartwarming, antecedent. Given our embarrassing wealth of allies, I trust it will not inconvenience you unduly if I absent myself for a time.
Alphino, I take it the troubles in Ul'dah no longer require your attention.
There are yet some rumblings of discontent, but the air of simmering violence is largely dissipated. 'Tis to report such that I stand before you now. That, and to speak with you concerning the new organization we discussed. I have a message written for you from you recall the refugee girl, the one whose parents went missing? They were found unharmed. She wished me to pass on her thanks to you.
Oh, that's good to hear. Why, Alphino, am I to understand that you made the effort to remember the poor girl's name? I look forward to reading all about her in your report. I do hope you left nothing out. Rena, Ladonia, you have been away from Revelant's Toll for some time now, I believe. Might I suggest that you put your affairs of the realm to one side for a moment and take the opportunity to reacquaint yourself with the town? Which reminds me, one of the Doman children recently inquired as to your whereabouts. Eorzea was his name. I believe he has some small matter he wishes to share with you. Why not oblige him with a visit? Right, babysitting it is.
Who first?
Minfilia. I realize that you two must be quite tired from your travails, but I would be most appreciated if you could find a moment to speak to young Eorzea. He has been through much on his own, right? I'm sure. Alfino?
To be pertinent, Ulda, I paid a visit to the refugees. Though a fundamental solution remains far off, I believe that at the very least there should be no armed uprisings in the near future. I am given to understand that you resolve the matter of Ramu. I will ask Minfilia for a full report when next we speak. You've done well, Ladonia, Rena. And he bothers to remember our names too.
Sometimes. He's getting better about talking with people and not at people, but he's got a ways to go. He's a kid. A very brainy know-it-all kid, but a kid nonetheless. And people have definitely shifted.
Yes. Let's actually start in the back since we'll be ending with Eorzea there.
That means
And
all
way
in the back. Hey, Gary. 137, 138, 130. Oh, hello there. I've been charged with I've been charged with keeping inventory. Flahaman tells me it's vitally important. Oh dear. I seem to have lost count.
I said don't let me interrupt. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Mr. Moody Thancred?
Never is a woman more lovely than when she's hard at work. I say, a wild rose, strong and beautiful, blooming tall in the face of the frozen winds. She's too young for you. Stop that.
Nope. There's an answer to this. Oh, come on. There we go. Slap! You deserve that, Thancred. Oh, and we have Hosen hiding in the back, checking out the trading dummies. Hello, Hosen.
Many of my countrymen have found work as frontier hands, hoping to transport supplies and continue the expansion of Revenant's Toll. I have been tasked with keeping the equipment here in good repair. It is not particularly glamorous work, but I would help in whatever way I can.
You're a good man, Hosen. Ah, look who's in charge of new recruits. Hello, Hori.
Repetition and routine begets skill. Skill begets confidence. I would do what I can to see the Domans regain their strength of will.
You're a good man, Hori. Coltane, who looks kind of bored sitting there.
Yeah. Ladonia, care to watch the lessons before you journey on your way? I dare say your presence would go far to inspire the younglings. I think you need more inspiring.
Yes, you totally need more inspiring. There's some books around you might take a gander at. Duare?
Despite all the hardships they have faced, the younglings pursue their training with great zeal. We older ones would do well to follow their example.
Okay, I'm gonna finish with the kids last.
Oh, definitely that.
Flahaman?
Okay.
I do not know where we would be without Higiri. The girl has worked tirelessly for us every day since her arrival. Do you suppose all Doman women are so diligent? I told Flahaman all about our adventures with the Sylphlands, fake Thancred and all. You won't tell the real Thancred, will you? Yeah, we totally missed that section. Y'shtola? The storm has passed, and a moment's quietude is ours. Tataru is using her newfound time to further her studies, and I would follow her example. If living in Eorzea has taught us anything at all, it is that such restful moments are fleeting. Dark clouds ever stir anew on the horizon. Yeah, that's the other thing we're missing. There used to be this huge, massive, long chain of Tataru trying out odd jobs to bring in money for the Scions.
Yes, I still have the screenshot of her fleeing from the Morble.
Yes.
Because one of the jobs she tries out is mining. And she goes mining down in the swamp area of this zone where the Morbles are.
And it does not end well.
No!
At one point, she tries singing, convincing Vlahaman to teach her to sing so she could become a street performer. Decides she's not good at it, so she tries juggling. So you get this long extended thing of her standing on this chair, juggling like a flaming torch, a knife, an axe, and a bowling pin.
I remember that doesn't end much better.
Papalaiva?
With the Doman younglings dashing around hither and yon, there's hardly a moment of peace to be had. That said, traveling with Ida, it's not as if I knew much peace to begin with.
Ow! That's just mean!
Kinda true, though.
Well, yeah, but still, it's mean. Okay, no one behind the partition.
Nope. Raka?
If I were as big as a mountain and strong as a bear like Mr. Boulder is, maybe I would like fighting more. Konoharu?
Koharu.
Are you taking a rest too? Promise you'll play with us again soon. That game of hide and seek and Vesper debate was the most fun I've had in forever. Shun?
Also you.
No, Shiyun's male.
You sure?
Yep. 2 boys, 2 girls.
Okay. Yozan's always been the strongest of us, but even he's no match for Koharu when she's mad.
Oh. Yozan?
Look, it's Miss Ladonia and Miss Rena. They're back from their adventures.
Hey, kids!
We heard you were off fighting primals, and that they're some of the strongest enemies you could ever face. I wish I could have seen you in battle.
No, it's better you stayed here. Trust us.
Anyway, we all want to be heroes too, so we have finally formed our very own Doman Adventures Guild to protect all the Domans. Oh, do you think you could train us today, Miss Ladonia, Miss Rena? Maybe you could show us how you fought the primals.
That'll be all
this commotion then.
Yeah.
All this commotion then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hi, Hori.
Okay.
Hi, Coltane.
Mr. Boulder and Mr. Coltane, did you know that Miss Ladonia and Miss Rena are back? We talked. So it'd seem. Welcome home, you two. My companion and I but recently became full members of the Scions. I believe proper introductions have yet to be made. I am known as Hori Boulder, and this bookish fellow is Coltane. Though we remain largely unproven as adventurers, we have taken it upon ourselves to instruct the Doman younglings in the arts of combat. I told you, Mr. Boulder, we're not younglings anymore. We are adventurers! And we were just asking Miss Ladonia, Miss Rena, if they could give us some special training. I think we're ready to hunt monsters alongside them, don't you? Well, you've certainly been diligent with your drills. And I'm afraid the fiends of Mordona are ever so slightly too dangerous for you. Yeah, they're all in the high 40s.
Yeah. You need to start out with ladybugs and squirrels. And maybe mitlings.
Yeah, and watch out for the ladybugs. They poison you.
Mm-hmm.
I have a counter proposal. What if I were to cross swords with Philadonia? A demonstration of skill at arms, if you will.
I'd like to watch that. You're
Gee,
gonna let me
thanks.
watch that, right?
I don't think I get a choice. Hori, if I didn't know you better, and I do, I'd say you're merely seeking to test yourself against a legend. Well, mayhaps I am. But what matters a motive when the children stand to learn so much from the lesson? What say you? Would you consent to spar with me?
Yeah, sure.
God.
I'd be happy to punch your face in. Oh, wait. Was that my outside voice?
Maybe. Hurrah! We're to have a tournament! Come on, everyone! We must prepare our gear for an outing! Oh no. No, 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 no. I do not want an entire half season of tournament hell.
Gotta watch those sudden death rockets.
Do try not to disappoint them, Have faith, Coltene. I shall summon every last ounce of my strength to make of this a worthy contest. The fields to the east of town should prove suitable for our purpose. I very much look forward to our bout.
Okay, that's it. I'm punching your face in. And you're gonna love it!
And people have moved.
Yes, and Tataru's back. Shall we start in the back?
Huzan is in the back, but he's moved.
Yes, yes he has. Hello, Hosan!
Where did everyone run off to all of a sudden? It's not that I mind so much. Quiet is most conducive to focusing on my tasks.
Yeah, it kind of emptied out here. Is everyone so wanting to see this little fisticuff?
Yes.
Hey, Gary? So turn we to heroes of consequence and understanding. May all stop at naught till we've lost its regained. Okay. Oh, hello. Flahaman's been teaching me some Azorian ballads. Though I hail from a faraway land, there is something about music that truly transcends boulders. Boulders?
Borders.
Borders. Boulders! No, he just stepped outside.
Tataru? What's
No,
your current
Flahaman.
money-making scheme? Oh, right, that's right, Flahaman's there.
Hey, Gary told me about a Doman tea with most remarkable fragrance. What I would not give to taste it for myself. Soon. Soon. At least 2 expansions away.
It's not soon.
Tataru.
Okay, let's hear the money-making scheme.
Nothing warms me quite inside like a Gary's tea. Truly, a salve for the body and soul. Really? That's it?
And you're needing a lot of salving at the moment.
Probably all the ounces. It's not ounces, it's ounces.
Yes.
One of the things about this game, they went so far as to create its own unit of measurements. And that's actually used throughout.
Well, it's obvious that they're equivalent to various English measurements, but they do have their own names. You don't have miles, you have mons. You don't have ounces, you have onces.
You don't have
You
pounds.
don't have tons, you have tons.
Yeah. Ounces, pawns, tons. Ilms, yoms,
Yeah.
moms.
Yeah.
And some of them equate to imperial measurements, some of them equate to metric measurements.
I don't think we've had any metrics.
Yeah, there is a couple metrics in there, but it's kind of its own thing. At least it's consistent inside the world. That's what matters.
Yes.
So, like, when you see something like my snap punch here, it says weapon skill, range, 3Y. The Y denotes yoms, which is equivalent of about
Effectively
3 yards.
No, 1 yard.
Well, the range
Which
is
is 3
3 yolms.
Oh.
So that would
okay,
be 3
yes.
yards.
Yes. Okay, that's what you're saying. Yes.
Like the Howling Fist, that's a range of 10 yards with a radius of 10... Or 10 yolms with a radius of 10 yolms. They did actually... They got rid of it, but for a long time there was a ability on the monk called the 1 ilm punch. And its range was really 1 ilm.
1 inch.
And it didn't really have much power, but it was an instant interrupt that would interrupt any cast. And I'm actually sad they got rid of that.
Mm-hmm. Hammond Holy Fist is still crying about it, I'm sure.
Oh. Crying about it into his beer surrounded by 2 lovely lasses.
Mm-hmm.
Papilimo?
Did you do your shalapa?
Okay. Oh, no, I hadn't.
No.
Just as some children possess wisdom beyond their years, some adults are a little more childish writ large. Remember this, and it should save you a measure of frustration in your dealings with those around you. Are you perchance...
Three guesses who she means.
Oh, Thancred?
Nah.
Oh, Hari Boulder kind of counts in that category as well.
Also true. Very large in his case.
Yes. As large as they come.
I dare say they heard you talking a mulm away. Ida and Thancred dashed out not moments ago. Will they ever start acting their age?
No, never. And yes, Yida counts in that. Oh, does she count in that? I think we're out the door.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you're doing this as warrior?
Might as well. It needs the XP. And I'll be able to take a punch.
Warrior and gladiator, ho!
Oh, monk in your case.
Yeah. Yeah, children writ large. Hello. Coltonate, are you really sure you want to hang out on this?
By the way. Oh. Since becoming a scion, I have had much opportunity to hear news of your epic deeds. I must confess, then, that my excitement rivals that of the children's at the prospect of seeing you in action firsthand.
You know, half of Revenant's Toll is going to show up to this, isn't it?
I think it already has.
Yozan?
The Sidonia is here! Let the battle begin!
Koharu? As we left the Rising Stones, Mr. Thancred asked us where we were going. I told him we were off to watch you and Mr. Boulder fight, and he looked very surprised. I hope we haven't made him cross. No, you have not.
No.
Shun?
We had a Master of Lessons back in Doma, and the way he taught us was very different from Mr. Boulder. Not sure which way is better, but I think I like them both.
Sometimes that's what you need. Is sparring dangerous? I don't think I want to see anyone else being hurt. Oh, we'll have a couple bruises and that's about it.
Something like that. So, yes.
Are we ready for this? Hori, are you ready for the beating of your life?
I'm just wondering where Thancred is hiding.
That is a good question, Foxfire. She should have sold tickets because that would be great for the coffers.
Yes. Foxwana Troy is beating up Q. What do we do? Sell tickets. It was good of you to agree to this, Ladonia. I trust you're ready to begin.
Oh yeah, my fists are ready for fisting. Wait.
You said it. I'm not going to. Very well. Let us not keep the younglings waiting any longer.
Or half a minutes toll either, because you know they're going to show up.
Ori, are you certain you wish to fight her alone? That is Ladonia you face.
And Rena too!
In an alternate universe. We're not going to double team him, come on.
Yeah, that'd just be mean.
What better way to test my mettle? Pray allow me to attempt the first round unaided. First round? Oh no, this is going to be tournament hell. After all, 'twas this hero's legend that led me to join the Scions to begin with. Without Ladonia and Rena to inspire my efforts, I would not be half the warrior I am today. Your point is well made, but remember, this is for the children's sake as well as your own. Should it appear the contest will end too swiftly, I shall add my spells to your blade work. Uh-oh. That's Ida.
Hello, you haven't begun yet, have you?
Told you. Ida, what? Who are all these people?
When I heard that you were having a sparring match, I told everyone I could find, so you could use the crowd to cheer you on.
Yes, and there is still more to come. When I mentioned Ladonia's name, the reaction was quite enthusiastic.
And not mine?
Why, my own popularity seems but a sickly shade in comparison. You'd best claim victory, bringer of light. Your burgeoning reputation is at stake. Well, our teacher won't be beaten so easily. He's a master swordsman.
You can win, Mr. Boulder.
We shall soon see. On your guard. And, Doodles, I'm sure that is in reaction to the quote I gave. That is from the novel Q-in-Law by Peter David. It is one of the few next-generation novels I heartily recommend.
Wow, he went down fast.
Yeah. Such power. Tales barely do you justice.
Mr. Boulder won't lose, will he?
It's not over yet. It can't be. Aye, the children have the right of it. It's time I join the fray. On your feet, Hori.
You do know I'm used to going after the mage first.
I must admit defeat. It was an honor and a privilege.
Oh, he looks hurt.
And the music. Ladonia is so strong, but you can't give up, Mr. Boulder. Can't disappoint the younglings. Ah! I need to redo this bar.
I'm sorry, Boulder. I should have gone easier.
For example, I follow, surrender not to the implacable foe. And he's down.
I'm sorry, Boulder. You need to work on toughening up a little.
You've bested me. I yield.
I should have picked a simpler class. I'm sorry.
Credible! He beat them both at the same time! We knew you couldn't lose. None can defeat the Guardian of Eorzea.
Now I see why they send you to deal with the primals. I've much work to do if I'm ever to attempt the same. Oh, remember her face. She becomes important later.
Yeah, I think so. I just don't quite place it.
She was the axe adventurer inside the firmament.
Oh dear. Impressive as always. 'Tis ever a pleasure to witness the spectacle of your martial prowess.
Yeah!
And judging by the smiles on these many faces, they too appreciate the hard-won strength that keeps the perils of the realm at bay. Guardian of Eorzea. Yes, that is a most fitting title. Do you recall when first we met? 'Twas at the memorial service for the Battle of Cartano. At the time, I was yet attempting to understand this land of Eorzea. I sought to grasp the reason why Grandfather willingly sacrificed himself to protect it. I shall speak plainly. My initial impressions were less than favorable. Dire problems abounded, and yet the effort I saw expended toward their solution was haphazard and half-hearted. I thought Eorzeans a foolish and childish people. Considering the shambles their home was in, I would not have been surprised if some had chosen to swear allegiance to Gaius in the order he proposed to enforce. The Legatus' single-minded military invasion precluded any such switching of loyalties, of course. Were it not for a desire to continue Grandfather's legacy, I would have abandoned the realm to its fate long ago. The threats were too many, the nations too self-involved and unstable. 'Twas you who convinced me the salvation of Eorzea was possible. 'Twas you who taught me, through countless acts of bravery, that what my grandsire sought to preserve was not the land, nor its history, nor any single nation. It was the people. These wonderful, oft infuriating, stubborn people that suffer blow after terrible blow, only to drag themselves back to their feet to face another day. Though he never put such feelings into words, I believe Grandfather's admiration for this inexhaustible courage grew into a fervent wish. A wish to aid Eorzea and its inhabitants in charting a course for the future. A wish that has now become my own.
Oh, isn't that adorable?
I, too, will endeavor to take up the mantle of Guardian of Eorzea and champion these people who toil toward a better world.
So how are you gonna do that, kiddo?
Our cause, however, is not a simple one. The troubles that plague us are of a scale that cannot be solved by the Scions of the Seventh Dawn alone. No, what is needed to tackle the root of the primal threat and effectively counter the schemes of the Ascians is a new, expanded organization that operates beyond the limitations of nations and borders. If you would aid me in building such an organization, then pray let us continue this discussion back within the walls of the Rising Stones.
Maybe next week?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ladonia and me, we're gonna have a drink over at the Seventh Heaven for like the next week. So in
Pretty
discussion,
much.
we'll wait for that.
Yep.
Seasoned adventurer.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think he seasons with? Paprika?
Maybe? May just be black pepper. Doesn't look that seasoned.
Loving some of those black pepper fries. So let's have a seat here. Yes, we did make it through those cutscenes. The next quest will probably wrap up this current expansion patch content.
No.
No?
4 more to go.
You know, little wayward hatchling, standing on the plate looking like you're about ready to be eaten sunny side up is probably not the wisest thing. In any case, it is that time. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We will be back tomorrow night to do more Nier in my quest for money so I can purchase all the weapons so we can go to the Ending Sea. How'd I get myself into this?
By being broke.
Well, that's my constant lot in life, I suppose. Constantly broke, but with a full inventory bag. Yeah!
Yeah. That does actually kind of describe us. Taking a look around the house at the moment.
Yeah, we need to do some tearing down. I'm not looking forward to it, so yeah. In any case, you guys have a great evening. Be well, be safe, sleep well, and we hope to see you tomorrow night.
Yeah, everyone have a great night.
Night all.